Hi, Assalamualaikum, and good morning, everyone. I'm Luqman bin Yaakob as your moderator for this discussion about Touch and Go e-wallet payment.
Hi, my name is Rizwan Hazim bin Mat Yusof. I am the finance officer of Touch and Go company.
My name is Hui. I'm the marketing officer of Touch and Go company.
Hi and good morning all. My name is Lily Ming, is the technology officer of the TNG company.
Hello, I am Ali Wong as operating officers of Touch and Go company.
So, as you know, an e-wallet is an electronic version of a payment card that is authorized to conduct transactions on your behalf. There are many pros and cons in having an e-wallet as our daily routine to make transactions. Our company, which is Touch and Go, one of the e-wallet companies that have many advantages to us as the user. Touch and Go e-wallet is a Malaysian digital wallet and online payment platform established in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It allows users to make payments at over 280,000 merchant touch point via QR code, pay for tolls, street parking, payment on e-hailing, car sharing apps, or taxis via RFID or pay direct, pay bills, top up mobile prepaid, pay for purchases on e-commerce websites or apps, order food delivery, perform peer-to-peer money transfers, renew car insurance, and purchase unique insurance plans and purchase movie, bus, trains, and airline tickets. So this is a mission and vision. The mission of this company is to continuously make our customer journey better by providing the highest quality of services. The vision is to be the country's leading technology-driven solutions provider that facilitates better services to our customers. So, we must know that there are many strengths and weaknesses that can be found in Touch and Go e-wallet in order to be a successful company in future. The strengths that I have observed are convenience to the consumer and getting reward and cashback. If the consumer doesn't satisfy with the product, of course, they will give us bad rating. Moreover, if the consumer can get some rewards from their online payment, they must be wanted to use again the product in future. What about you, Hugh?
In my opinion, convenience is really an important strength of Touch and Go e-wallet. By using Touch and Go e-wallet, the consumers no longer have the requirement to carry a lot of cash with them. It is safer as carrying lesser cash can decrease the probability of being robbed by the muggers. Besides that, the consumers are able to complete the purchase in a shorter time using Touch and Go payment. It's because the consumers just have to show the payment receptacle on their device for the cashier to scan, or the consumers just use their device to scan QR code for the items that they want to purchase. The queue at the counter will also be shorter, and this makes the purchasing process become more efficient.
So, what do you think, Eric?
In my opinion, Touch and Go will give the extra cashback to user for every amount of spend when using the TNG. Besides that, user can also get reward and discount offer on every purchase using TNG. For example, between January 2022 until 30 June 2022, Touch and Go users will be able to earn 30% cashback when they pay their air Selangor bill via the app, capped at 5 ringgit with a minimum payment of 15 ringgit in a single transaction. I think this benefit will attract the consumer to use PNG as their preferred payment method. Besides that, there are many shops also post a lot of coupon and discount code on PNG. Consumer can use this coupon and discount code to enjoy the cheaper service.
So, what about the weaknesses, Rizwan?
Yes, Lukman. But can I add one more point on the strength?
Yes, can.
Okay. Over the past few years, usage of e-wallets has grown significantly. Consumers can use their Touch and Go e-wallet to make a payment at the majority of places that accept Touch and Go e-wallet payment. The number of retailers who offer this kind of payment access keeps growing every year. Even though some locations are still using outdated processing methods that restrict access to some goods or services, some of the retail shops that accept Touch and Go e-wallet payment are My News, Tesco, 99 Speedmart, and many more. And then about the weakness that I have found in Touch and Go e-wallet payment is that it is dependent on their smartphone. Consumers need to open the Touch and Go e-wallet application in their smartphone in order to make payment. Imagine their smartphone have problems like run out of battery or no network connection or the application itself is down. Then the e-wallet are pretty much useless. For example, consumers forgot to charge their phone at home in the morning or the data connection at the shop is not strong enough to open the apps or process the payment. Then consumers are forced to use the payment method.
Okay, I disagree because now TNG have provided the TNG card. Like you said, if the user forget to charge the smartphone or have low connections at the shop, they still can use the TNG card to pay. Therefore, in my opinion, the winners for TNG is it has an individual limited account balance that is 9,500. Once people reach this limit, they cannot cash in against to their account. Although it can control the usual spending, but TNG will not be their first choice for the payment method when there is urgent method to pay. So I think this that will bring inconvenience to user.
So next, there are many challenges that we must overcome to make Touch and Go company as top company e-wallet. For me, the challenge in using an e-wallet is about regulatory compliance. In my opinion, all e-wallet services need to abide by the legal requirements. It involves both financial and consumer-based regulation, and this will be problematic to the new user. So Eric, what is your opinion regarding the challenges of using e-wallet nowadays?
In my opinion, I think e-wallet is difficult to fully generalize in our community because many elderly people or people who don't have a smartphone will not choose Touch and Go as their payment method um, because they believe that carrying cash is more efficient and simple to handle. This problem will prevent online transaction from being fully universal. Therefore, some services that can only be paid by online will cause trouble to a small number of people.
Wow, nice explanation from Eric. How about you, Ling? Do you have another opinion of challenges?
First, I have others' opinion, but first I will agree with the opinion given by Eric because nowadays not all people, especially for the elderly, who still don't know how to use the smartphone now, let alone 30 e-wallet. Whether whether elder or young people, they still have rise of money loss because account possible login by others. At the moment, TNG wallet rely on a 6-digit PIN, right, to secure our wallet login. Then this is the same PIN that is used for both login or authorizing payment. This will have a potential rise if someone was as the 6-digit PIN for making a payment at the counter, right? You?
Yes, I totally agree with Ling. We know that some of the users may save their bank card for easier and more convenience in reloading the amount in the e-wallet. When touch and go account of a user is accessed by the hackers, they can simply access the funds in the user's bank account or credit cards and even change the 6-digit PIN. The identity card number of the users is also easily accessible. As we know, the users are required to use their phone number and fill in personal information details, including the identity card number, to register an account for Touch and Go. Besides that, I had received feedback from one of our users, Miss Grace, regarding the parking system in the Touch and Go application. According to Miss Grace, there is lack of accessibility in the parking system in the Touch and Go application. Some of the locations, such as Johor Bahru, Malacca, Penang, are not accessible in the parking system. This leads to the users who stay at these locations have to download other applications to pay the parking fees to the city council. More memories are required in the device to download the applications. This will bring inconvenience and difficulty for those who only have little memory for their device.
You want to add anything about the challenges, Rizwan?
Yes, sure. I think a huge challenge of e-wallet payment is that it has fierce competition in Malaysia. For a country with a population of less than 33 million, Malaysia currently offers almost 50 e-wallets. Comparing that to China, where the e-wallet industry is booming for its 1.4 billion people, China only offers two major e-wallet services, WeChat Pay and Alipay. This is a huge problem for users as they have no way of knowing which e-wallet will be accepted in their shop. Even though each e-wallet gives so many digital incentives, if users cannot use it, then it will become useless because most of the incentives in these e-wallets are not refundable, transferable, or withdrawable.
However, we need to find solutions or some improvements to each challenge that we have stated before. For regulatory compliances issue, e-wallet firm must screen and monitor the users to ensure that they are not involved with suspicious activities that could indicate money laundering. As we know nowadays, anything that involve registration part, the users need to give their personal information such as names, addresses and date of birth. And we as the firm need to verify whether the information given is valid or not.
Excuse me, can I add about my point on improvement of the channels?
Yes, sure, can.
I think our company should not force the consumer to make payment online by using Touch and Go. We need make sure the counter in the shop have prepared multiple payment methods so that consumers can choose their preferred method. Don't refuse cash transaction when online payments are encouraged. In this way, when we promote the online payment of Touch and Go, we will not reject customers who have unwilling to use Touch and Go. Besides that, we can also teach consumer to use our online payment on our mobile application, so that consumer can understand the process of online payment more clearly and give. We also can give free vouchers to attract consumer to try TNG when they are consuming.
I agree with your opinion, Eric. How about you, Rizwan?
Regarding the challenges of fierce competition, I think the government of Malaysia should unify all e-wallet under TNG e-wallet for convenience and effective e-wallet payment method. Users now does not need to check which merchants have their choice of e-wallet when every merchant use the same one. And the digital funds and incentive that they give will not become useless. When people sees that e-wallet payment is convenient and not confusing, more people will use e-wallet payment in Malaysia.
Okay, so based on the feedback from Miss Grace that I shared just now, that one is related to the parking system. I recommend that our company to increase more selections of city council in the parking system so as to increase the accessibility of the Touch and Go application. The consumers are to download and launch the Touch and Go application only when they wish to pay for the parking, and this also can increase their users' experience. In addition, it also helps the consumers to save up their money as they need not to top up or reload the amount in various parking paying applications which may not be evenly used.
Do you think the improvements that have been stated before make it more secure and more friendly user to you, Ling?
I agree that because the user trusts our TNG security system, then they will choose the TNG for paying. So we must strengthen the TNG systems to ensure the safety of user account and money. For example, I think we need to stronger password for account login. I suggest TNG can use a different password for account login, and this can be an alphanumeric password that more complicated. If the 6-digit PIN is compromised, it will be harder for someone else to access the account. Like Bush and Red, TNG also can use the biometric authentication such as Face ID or fingerprints to pay the money. This can reduce the expose of the PIN when paying.
So, as a conclusion, it is not simply enough to identify the strength, weaknesses, challenges, and solution of this e-wallet discussion. It is necessary to minimize or avoid both weaknesses and challenges. Weaknesses should be analyzed in order to convert them into strength. Likewise, challenges should have solutions or improvements so that the Touch and Go e-wallet will continue to improve in the future. Despite the very few advantages of Touch and Go e-wallet, this platform would actually benefit us in the technology modernization. Although technology change occur daily, Touch and Go e-wallet has proven to measure up to its competitors with the new and innovative features at it has to offer. That's all for us. Thank you.
Okay, my mind.